Hello students, welcome back to chemistry class. In the previous class, we have discussed the three important physical properties of metals and non-metals. And today we will continue with the rest of the properties. Okay, first we are going to discuss the hardness. Okay, so when you talk about the metals like iron, copper, silver, etc. are hard. Okay, most of the metals are hard. But when you talk about the non-metals such as sulfur, etc., they are soft. Okay, but there is an exception in the case of non-metal. You can see diamond is the hardest non-metal. Okay, that is the exceptional case. Okay, and the next physical property what we are going to discuss is the ductility. So what is ductility? Ductility is the ability of a metal which can be drawn into thin wires. Ability of the metal which can be drawn into thin wires. You are familiar with the copper wire, gold wire, etc. You know 1 gram gold can be drawn into 2 kilometers long as wires. Such an ability metal has. So generally you can see that most of the metals are ductile, but non-metals are non-ductile. Okay, coming to the next property, it is conduction of heat. You can see that you might have learned in the lower classes conduction. What is conduction? The transfer of heat from one end to another end. Okay, when you heat a piece of iron, so when you hold the other side, what happens? The heat will be transferred to your handle, right? So you can see that most of the metals are good conductors of heat. That is why we are using the utensils and all which are made up of using metals, right? But the handles are non-metals. Yeah, no? Yes. So generally you can say that metals are good conductors of heat and the non-metals are poor conductors of heat. Next property, that is melting point and the boiling point. When you talk about the melting point, metals have high melting and boiling point. Okay, you know that the utensils which we are using in a kitchen. Okay, why? Because they are metals, they can have a capacity to accommodate the heat. Okay, so most of the metals have high melting and boiling point. Okay, but what about non-metals? They are fragile. What is meant by fragile? Yes, like plastic and all when you talk about, okay, what happens? Yes, the plastic and all cannot accommodate, cannot hold the heat. Okay, it will melt. So it has low melting and boiling point. But metals, all metals are having high melting and boiling point. Okay, that is the next physical property, important physical property. Okay, and coming to the last physical property, that is density. Okay, when you talk about the metals, they are more denser. Okay, because their structure, if you take a piece of stone or if you take a shot put, okay, or whatever items if you take, they are made up of using tightly packed molecules, right? They are rigid packed, they are tightly packed. Okay, so as a result, it is high denser. When you throw it into water, it will sink on the water because it is high density. And what about non-metals? They are less denser. Okay, and any other physical properties? And the next important property, it is conduction of electricity. Okay, you know why we are using copper as a wiring purpose? Because copper is a good conductor of electricity. Okay, so all the metals are good conductors of electricity. What about non-metals? Non-metals are poor conductors of electricity. Okay, that is also one of the important physical property. So let me conclude all the physical property together. Okay, metals are hard, non-metals are soft. Metals are lustrous, non-metals are non-lustrous. Okay, metals are good conductors of heat, non-metals are poor conductors of heat. Metals have high melting point and boiling point. Non-metals have less melting point and boiling point. And metals are malleable, non-metals are non-malleable. Metals are ductile, non-metals are non-ductile. Metals are good conductors of electricity and non-metals are poor conductors or insulators. Metals are highly tensile and the non-metals are less denser. Okay, I will show you a small animation. So that animation will tell you how the metals are difference in the non-metals. Okay. Children, we know that scientists were classified the elements into three, like metals, non-metals and metalloids. Okay, let us discuss the physical properties of metals and non-metals one by one. Okay, first let us check the lustrous. What is lustrous? The shiny appearance of a metal is known as lustrous. Okay, generally you can say that metals are lustrous. You can see non-metals are the non-lustrous materials. Okay, here you can see by looking at the objects. Okay, most of the metals are lustrous. Now let us discuss the second physical property, the hardness. Just to try to cut a piece of iron. Is it possible? No, it is not at all possible. So most of the metals are hard. And try to cut a rubber. Is it possible? Yes. You can say rubber is a non-metal, so it can be easily cut with a knife. It is a non-metal. The next property is the malleability. Malleability can be understood by using an activity. For that, take the materials like iron, a piece of coal, aluminium wire and lead. Okay, take a hammer and each of the material you should hammer it. You can see here the most of the non-metals are broken into small pieces. Only you can see iron and aluminium. Okay, these two metals have just changed the shape. Rest all metals are broken into small pieces. So that you can confirm that most of the metals are malleable. And non-metals, okay, they are non-malleable. Okay, if it can be beaten into thin sheet. A metal can be beaten into thin sheet. Here you can see aluminium. Okay. Now let us have the next one. It is ductility. The next physical property, ductility. Okay. For that you can see the machine. Okay. You can see a thin wire. Metal can be drawn into thin wires. That ability of the metal is known as ductility. Here you can see aluminium, copper and iron. Okay, which can have an ability to drawn into a thin wires. But in the case of other non-metals which are non-ductile, which will be easily broken. Now sonority. What is meant by sonority? The sound producing effect. You can see a bell, a school bell, which will produce a sound, right? Because most of the metals are sonorous, but the non-metals, they are non-sonorous. Okay, now the next property is the conduction of heat. Here you can see a piece of metal rod. If you apply a heat from one end, you can see automatically the temperature rises. Okay, you can see most of the metals are conductor of heat, but the non-metals does not conduct heat. That will melt easily when you apply heat. Okay, and this is the difference. Okay, but the handles of the metals, they are non-metals. Okay, the handles of the non-stick cookware and all, you can see they are all made up of their own plastics. But the last property, it is conduction of electricity. That can be understood by activity. Check the conductivity by using different materials. Okay, you can see a materials like iron nail, sulfur, coal piece, copper wire. Check the conductivity of the iron nail first. It is a good conductor. Use sulfur. Check the conductivity. It is a bad conductor. Use a piece of coal. Check the conductivity. It is also a bad conductor. And finally check it with a copper wire. It is a good conductor. Okay.